Hey y'all. So the fourth week on the Appalachian Trail started with us going to trail days. So we got a ride from a pass-through hiker called Punisher, and we went 2.5 hours to Damascus, Virginia. And it was basically like this really big festival, just a fun time. We got to meet other through hikers and just hang out, eat a lot of really good greasy food. And at night there was this huge bonfire and people just dancing and going in a circle around it. There was even like a drum circle, as you can see here. It was a super fun, interesting vibe. And the next day on Saturday, we actually had a hiker parade. So we all just got in our groups. So we were the class of 2022, but there were also classes from 2021, all the way back to like 1990s. And then after that, we had a talent show. And here is Stunts performing the Cotton Eye Joe and getting like a whole group involved in the talent show. That was his performance, and it was just a super fun time. As you can see, it also started raining during the talent show, but nobody seemed to mind. After that, we had Slaps. She's up there in the green, and she did her stretch circle for her talent. It was a very interesting talent show, and again, got everyone to participate. Afterwards, I also got up and I played a little song on my ukulele, and as you could see, the kids were dancing. And then after trail days, we all hiked out of Standing Bear Hostel together, and we did about 13 miles. Saw a lot of snakes on our hike, as you can see, this little guy. And we got to this really cool place called Max Patch. Basically, Max Patch was a bald, so basically top of a mountain that has like no trees or anything, and you can just, see the mountains in the distance. This was like the first of many balds that we were going to come across. The next day, we did a really long hike, 18 miles to Hot Springs, because we really wanted to get into the hot springs. I saw another snake right across the trail, which was super fun, and got to see a little cemetery on the way to Hot Springs. So that was really interesting. And at the hostel, there was the most adorable little puppy with his little bed. And then we got to the hot spring, which was so amazing to be at after a long day of hiking. That night, we also had a family dinner, which was super nice. We zeroed in Hot Springs, and then the next day we headed out for a really long hike. The view was gorgeous, but I was kind of struggling this day. I have to say, though, even though I was struggling this day, it was really hot, really humid, and I was just feeling a little off. The views were really nice. We actually stumbled upon another fire tower, and it was just really nice to just see the mountains. It's amazing how much can change in a day, however, because the next day I was feeling great, and it was one of my favorite days on trail at this point. We had such incredible views the entire day. We didn't go as far, so we could go a little slower, and the trail pretty much led us the entire time on the ridge line. So we were on top of these exposed mountaintops and just had incredible panoramic views, really fun kind of rock scrambles at times, and it was just so incredibly gorgeous. And I really, really loved this day. Not bad.
Okay, go up there with your pack
I feel a little unsteady. That's okay.
If you're gonna fall that away.
That was the day we also hit the 300-mile marker, which was super fun. And that night we had a really nice little stretch circle led by Slaps. And afterwards I played a little ukulele. So that was a pretty fun night. The next day, we hiked really fast, 11 miles in less than 4 hours, because we wanted to get some trail magic with pizza and fruit and beers and Gatorades hosted by my awesome aunt who picked me up and took me out to Asheville for the day. So that was really fun. It was really just nice to kind of be in civilization and just hang out for a bit. Hey y'all, so I am in an Airbnb in Damascus. It's been a little while since I've kind of made a YouTube update, but talking about week 4. So I'm probably like now on like week 6, so I'm a couple weeks behind. But week 4 was really cool because it kind of like solidified like, you know, me being with like my new tramily. I really got to like know everyone, like get to know everyone during trail days. So that was like a really cool experience to really kind of just get a lot closer to people. You know, especially since, you know, I had kind of like lost my old tramily. So kind of like, you know, meshing into like a new one. And it was, I don't know, it was almost like the start of something new with this week with trail days. I did have some hard days. I had some like bad days. And I would have some the next week that I'll be talking about in my next video. But even like the bad days, you know, it was just, I mean, it was just so gorgeous. And, you know, I was out there doing like what I loved with some really cool people. So it really, you know, like the bad days were kind of subjective in a way, you know, it was more like a mindset than, you know, an actual bad day. Yeah. And I mean, I guess just so much has happened. So it's kind of hard to differentiate, you know, between the weeks. You know, in a lot of ways, like trail time is kind of weird. Like it feels like such a long time ago that we went to trail days, even though it was only about like 2.5 weeks ago. But just like so much has happened since then. And, you know, I guess there's so many people to name, but, you know, I got to get close with Slaps, who she does Stretch Circle, and Rocket, and Fuzz, and Twisted, and Groundman, and Stunts, and Wizco. Oh my gosh, there's so many people in our new family, and Rico and the Sponge, and there's just so many other people that we just like consistently like just meet and run into, and just, you know, like we're continuously with, or that we, you know, see every few days, or that we haven't seen in a while, but who knows, like maybe we'll run into them, you know, in the future on the trail. So trail time is kind of weird, but it's just, it's been, I guess I didn't really know what to expect when I came out here, but it's just been really, really cool experience. I'm just very grateful for everything that has happened, and for where I am now, and for what I have to look forward to. So I can't wait to just keep you guys posted. Yeah. And thank you so much for following along. I will hopefully come out with the next few YouTubes soon, but yeah, stay updated. All right, bye guys.